Okay, good morning to everybody. Today we'll discuss the second part of integrations, integral calculus, the definite integrals. In our previous lectures, we have studied about indefinite integrals. So today we will start the second part, the definite integral, actually the introduction to definite integral. Okay, that means the integrals will have a definite value. Okay, suppose we have a function f of x like this, then the bounded region from A to B will be this UABC. So in this figure, UABC is the bounded by UC. UC is the actually length along x-axis, and vertical ordinates UA. This is the initial, and BC is the final. So bounded area what? UABC. Actually, to find this total area, we have to divide this many parts. Suppose all parts, the distance along x-axis will be del x. Suppose this is the del x, and for this del x we will get f of del x, that means value of y. For another del x we will get another y equals to f of x, f of del x. Okay, suppose there are k divisions, there are k number of divisions, all are trapezium actually. So summing all the individual area of trapezium will get the total area. Okay, this is the main geometrical concept of definite integrals. So the definition of definite integral, what will be the definition of definite integrals? Actually, this is the y-axis and this is x-axis. Suppose y equals to f of x be the curve. So now we have to find out the area UABC, this area. Okay, actually this area can be found by, if we divide it, this part into equal and parts, or k parts. Okay, k divisions. Suppose here how many divisions? K divisions, and every length will be del x, and for every del x we will get y f of del x. Suppose first one is del x, and second length will be del x 2, and third will be what? Del x 3. In this way we get del x k. So how many divisions here? K divisions, and k is unknown to us. So to find out the whole area means what? Trapezium. This is trapezium, a small trapezium, another small trapezium. So the total area will be sum of all individual area of trapeziums will give the total area of UABC. Okay, so let f of x be a function on a closed interval AB. So we can say that we can say I be the definite integral of f over AB. That means within this interval and starting from A to B. Okay, A to B. So and that I is the limit. I is the limit of the Riemann sum which is the Riemann sum actually? Summation k equals to 1 to n f of xk into del xk. So if k equals to 1, del x1 into f of x1, that means first trapezium. If k equals to 2, del x2 into f of x2, that means second trapezium. So sum of all area, the length multiply breadth. Okay, so this total area will give the total area by this integration. If the following conditions are satisfied. What's the condition? If we take for any number epsilon greater than 0, there is corresponding del greater than 0, which is very small, such that for every partition means what? This partition, there are k number of partitions, and partition is can be written as p equals to first one x naught, then x1, x2 dot dot how many xn. There are n number of partitions in the interval AB with p modulus of p must be less than del. And any choice of ck in xk minus 1 xk, the interval. That means for k equals to 1, we get what? x1 x0 interval, x1 x0 interval, and x2 x1 interval, x3 x2 interval. So for every interval we get ck. Then we can write, we have the inequality like this: summation k equals to 1 to n f of ck del xk minus this I integral will be given by less than epsilon. So if these conditions are satisfied, then we can say that this has a definite integrals, and f of x will have definite integrals on the interval, closed interval AB, and it is denoted by a to b I equals to a to b f of x dx. Okay.
So take
This is
this
the
one. I
definite
is the
integral.
limit
I is the limit.
of the
I is the
factor.
limit of the Riemann sum. The Riemann sum. This is the actually basic definition of definite integral by using Riemann sum. So now, what is the notation of definite integral? This is the actually notation of definite integral. Upper limit and lower limit. There are upper limit of integration b, and a is the lower limit of the integration. Okay, and f of x the any integrable function. The function is the integrand. Okay, and x is the variable of integration, dx with respect to x. Integration will be with respect to x, and this whole body will is called integral sign. This is the integral sign, look like as sum. So this indicate the sum of area, sum of volume. Okay, sum of profit. In business we have to find out the total profit and total cost, total revenue. Then we have to use in business and economics this definite integral. So this total can be said that integral of f from a to b. Okay, when you find the value of the integral, you have evaluated the integral. That means if you get this uh, uh, with this with a definite value, then it will gives a evaluation of the integral. So this is the notation for definite integral. Okay, this is the main formula for the Riemann sum with equal wide and subintervals. That means a to b f of x dx, this total definite integral can be represented as the limit of a sum, okay, which is called Riemann sum. Limit n tends to infinity, sum will be k equals to 1 to n f of, this is the ck, and interval with length, del x. Del x means what? Interval length. Interval length means b by b minus I divided by n, because there are n number of divisions. To determine the area of our curve UABC, shaded area of the f of x, we have to divide the base UC into any number of equal parts, and each with length what? K units. And each of the strips, that means we can divide all the trapezium, naming this. Okay, halfway between each of the ordinates we draw mid ordinates, that is the average of any two consecutive ordinates is denoted by dotted lines. So we can thus calculate the area of each of the trapezium using the formula developed above. Suppose there are k number of area of the k strip k into length of the mid ordinates, where k is the length of the base of the trapezium. You must know what is trapezium. Okay, now we'll try to solve some examples, some practice problem of definite integral. Suppose this is the example 1. We have to integrate from -1 to 1, and this is the f of x dx. Okay, so how to integrate this? This is the definite integral because upper limit and lower limit exist. So we can write like this: -1 to 1 x square dx minus -1 to 1 x cube dx. Okay, by using sum rule of integration. Now this is the x to the power n formula. X to the power n formula what? X to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. This is the formula. This is the power rule. So using power rule, we can write 2 plus 1 divided by what? 2 plus 1. Okay, -1 to 1 minus, this will be power rule what? 3 plus 1 divided by 3 plus 1. But the value will be within third bracket, -1 to 1. Remember it. -1 to 1, we have to make within what? Third bracket. Now this is the value of x, remember it. Upper value and lower value. Now 1 by 3 x cube -1 to 1 minus, this is the 1 by 4 x to the power 4 -1 to 1. Now 2 by 3, this is the x value. First of all, upper limit 1, x equals to what? 1, then 1 cube. We have to put the value of x, then we have to put lower limit. After putting upper limit, we have to give a minus, then lower limit. Similarly, the second part, 1 to the power 4 minus -1 to the power 4. 2 by 3 1 cube means 1, minus 1 cube means what? Minus 1. So minus 1 what? Plus 1. 1 to the power 4 means 1. 1 minus 1 to the power 4 means 1. So 4 by 3 minus 1 by 4 into 1 minus 1 0 equals to 3.4. Actually, we got a definite value. Actually, we got a definite value. This is why it is called definite integral. But we have to remember that we have to, this is the actually main definition of definite integral. A to b f of x dx equals to f of b minus f of a. That means f of upper limit minus f of lower limit. So after completing the integration, we have to put the definite integral upper limit values 1 in replace of x, minus, then this minus, then lower limit. Lower limit means what? Minus 1. Okay, this minus 1 by 4 and x equals to 1, upper limit 1, minus, then x equals to minus 1, lower limit. 1 cube means what? 1, and minus 1 cube means what? Minus 1. So minus and minus what? Plus 1. Minus 1 by 4. 1 to the 4 means 1, minus 1 to the 4 means what? 1. So 1 minus 1 what? 0. So this whole becomes 0, and 2 multiplied to 4 by 3. Okay, we get 4 by 3. 4 by 3 is the main result. Okay, now second example. Upper limit 4 and lower limit 2. Thrice x minus 2 whole square. That means f of x is what? F of x is this, and dx definite integral will be what will be? First of all, we have to make a square formula, a minus b whole square formula. So a square minus 2ab plus b square dx. Then we get 2 to 4, 9x square, 12x plus 4. Now using sum rule, 2 to 4 x square, constant multiple rule, minus 12 2 to 4 x dx plus 4 into 1 2 to 4 dx. 9 into, this is the what rule? Power rule. 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1. 2 to 4. Upper limit 4 and lower limit 2. 12. X integration what will be? Power rule 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. 2 to 4 plus 4 into 1 integration what? X. 2 to 4.
স্যার একটু এখানে একটু সমস্যা হচ্ছে, একটু ওয়ানটা
Okay.
স্যার ওয়ান এটা কিভাবে আসলে এটা বুঝতে
1
পারছি
integration 4 into 1. 4 into 1 4. We have to make this formula. 4 into 1 what? 4. 4 into 1 4. This is why we can, if there is no x, then you have to make this formula. Understand? Twelve divided by 2, 2 to 4 plus 4, this upper limit minus lower limit. Now after this line, upper limit what? 4. 4 cube minus 4 cube minus 2 cube minus 6, 4 square minus 2 square plus 4 into 2. 364 minus 8. 16 minus 4. 364 minus 8 what? 56. Multiply 12 plus 8. 168 plus 8. Minus 72. That means 401. 104 is the result. Very easy integration. Now another example 3, minus 3 to minus 1, 1 by x square minus 1 by x cube. We can write this integral like this, x to the power minus 2 dx minus minus 3 to minus 1 x to the power minus 3. Okay, by using power rule, we can write minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1. Now upper limit and lower limit will be put it within third bracket, minus again power rule, minus 3 plus 1 minus 3 plus 1, that means n plus 1 divided by n plus 1, minus 3 minus 1. So there we get minus 1. Okay, so x to the power minus 1 minus 3 minus 1. X to the power minus 2 minus 3 minus 1. 1 by x minus 3 minus 1, 1 by x square minus 3 minus 1, 1 by minus 1, putting upper limit, then minus, putting lower limit, plus half, putting upper limit, minus 1 square minus minus 3 square. This equals to minus minus plus, minus minus plus, plus minus and minus 1 by 3. 1 minus 1 by 9. After this line, 1 minus 1 by 3 plus half minus 1 by 18. So 18 will be LCM. 10 minus 6 plus 9 minus 1. 7 minus 7 divided by 18. 20 divided by 18. That means 10 by 9 is the final result of this definite integral. Very easy. Okay, now another example. Example 4. This is actually with respect to t, because the functional variable is t. Limit 1 to 2 t square plus twice t plus 5 divided by t. That means this is that function of t. T is the independent variable. So 1 to 2, and this can be written as t square by t plus twice t divided by t plus 5 by t to dt. So now using sum rule, 1 to 2 t square by t means only t dt, and tt cancel, so we have to make a formula with 1 with respect to t. 5 into 1 by t formula dt. Now t integration of t with respect to t, what? By using power rule, 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. Here power is 1, this is why n equals to 1, x to the n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. 1 to 2. Now 2, 1 formula, what will be? Integration t. 1 to 2, 1 to 2 plus 5, 1 by x formula, what? Log x. In formula chart we got 1 by x formula, what? Integration log x. So this will be log t, because variable is t here. 1 to 2. Now 1 by 2, 2 is the denominator, so t square 1 to 2, and 2 minus 1 plus 5 log 2 minus log 1. So half 2 square minus 1 square, upper limit square minus lower limit square, plus 2 into 1 plus log m minus log n, that means 2 divided by 1. Okay, so 4 minus 1 equals to 3. So we get what? 3 by 2 plus 2 plus 5 log 2. That means taking LCM, log 7 by 2, 5 log 2. This is the result of this integration. Okay, by using the theorem of definite integral. So another example 5, the definite integral integration from one limit 1 to 4 1 by root x with respect to x. So 1 by root x we can write 1 to 4, that means 1 divided by x to the power half dx. 1 to 4 x to the power minus half dx. 1 to 4 just using power rule. Okay, that means n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 using power rule. Limit will be 1 to 4. So this means what? X to the power minus half, x to the power minus x to the power minus half, and this also x to the power, sorry, only half. 1 to 4, and 1 divided by half means what? 2. Multiply x to the power half 1 to 4. Just upper limit, putting the value of x from upper limit, 4 to the power half minus 1 to the power half. Now you must know 4 to the power half means what? Root over 4, root over 1. That means 2 into 2 into 2 minus 1 equals to what? 2. 2 is the result. Six to 10. Another example. Example 6. Integration 6 to 10 dx divided by x plus 2. What will be the integration of this? You must know 1 by x formula what? Log x. Okay. So limit will be upper limit 6, 10. Putting the upper limit value in replace of x, 10 plus 2 minus, then lower limit 6 plus 2, log 12 minus log 8, log m minus log n, formula what? Log m by n. That means log 3 by 2. This is the result. Now another integral 7, 1 to e log x dx. First of all, we have to use the UB rule, that means product rule for integration. In our previous lectures, in indefinite integral part, we have studied about this, and we have learned about two methods. One is DI method or tabular method, differentiation or integration method, and another one is by using rule. So first of all, let I equals to integration of log x dx. This is the indefinite integral part. So log x is u and 1 is b. So ub, using ub rule, u into integration of b minus differentiation of u into integration of b, again their integration. Okay, so log x 1 integration what? X, and log x differentiation what? 1 by x. 1 integration x and x cancelled, so only 1. So 1 integration what? X. So we get actually the the integration of this will be, can be written as 1 to, hence 1 to e log x dx equals to, can be written as x log x minus x, then third bracket, within third bracket 1 to e. Okay, because this is the integration of this is what this. So after this line we can write putting the value of e here, log e minus e, upper limit. In the place of x we are putting e, then minus lower limit x equals to 1, log 1 minus 1. Okay, e log e minus e minus e minus log 1 equals to what? 0. Okay, log 1 equals to what? 0, and log e equals to what? 1. So this equals to what? 1. Remember that log 1 equals to 0 and log e equals to 1. So we get the value of integration. Now another example 8, the definite the integral value pi by 2, lower limit at pi by 2 and upper limit 3 pi by 4 sin x dx. What will be the integration of this? So actually sin x integration what? Minus cos x. Okay, sin x integration what? Minus cos x, and integral value will be pi by 2, 3 pi by 4. Now putting the upper limit cos 3 pi by 4 minus cos pi by 2. Now cos 3 pi by 4 means how many degree? Pi equals to what? 180 degree. Remember it. So this is the cos 90 degree, and this will be what? Cos how many degree? 1, how many degree? 135 degree, right? So 5 by 2 means what? 45 degree. Sorry, 90 degree. And 5 by 4 means what? 45 degree. So this is 135 degree, okay? Minus cos 90 degree. This is actually cos 90 degree equals to, you must know, 0. From calculator you can find 1 by root over 2. Okay, minus 0. So we get only 1 by root over 2. This is the result. Now similarly another example 8. What will be the integration of e to the power minus x by 2 minus 2 to 3 e to the power minus x by 2 dx? You must know from our previous lecture, integration of e to the power mx, what was? E to the power mx 1 by m e to the power mx. Okay, this was the formula. So what will be the integration of this? M equals to here minus half. M equals to what? Comparing with this, m equals to minus half. Minus half into x equals to what? Minus x by 2. So integration of this, what will be? E to the power minus x by 2 divided by what? Minus half. M equals to minus half, 1 by m. Okay, then integral value will be within third bracket. Now upper limit is 3 and lower limit is minus 2. So 1 divided by minus half means what? Minus 2. Okay, minus 2 to 3. Now minus 2 e to the power minus 3 by 2 minus e to the power minus 2 divided by 2. Putting upper limit x equals to 2, x equals to 3, minus putting lower limit x equals to minus 2. So we get e to the power minus 3 by 2 minus e to the power minus plus 1, e to the power 1, that means e. You must know e equals to what? equals to from table from calculator you can find the e value. Okay, so putting the e values from our calculator, we can find the value of this. Okay, we have to calculate the value of e. This is the Euler number. We have to calculate the value of e equals to 2.71828184. Okay, then e to the power minus 3 by 2 will be this, to the power minus 3 by 2 will be 0.223130, and minus e, this is the Euler number. Then after subtraction we get 2.495151. So approximately we get 4.9903. So very easy integration, but you have to calculate with a calculator. Now another example 9, part 1, cos x integration, definite integrals from 0 to pi by 2 cos x dx. What will be cos x integration sin x? Thus putting upper limit and lower limit within third bracket, then putting the upper limit, that means x equals to pi by 2, minus putting x equals to 0 as lower limit. So sin pi by 2 means what? Sin 90 degree equals to 1. Similarly, we can find another integration 2 to 3 e to the power twice x dx. What will be the integration of this? You must know. Integration of e to the power mx equals to what was? 1 by m e to the power mx. This formula, using this one, e to the power twice x divided by 2, upper limit and lower limit. So half e to the power 2 into 3 what? 6, minus e to the power 6 minus e to the power 4. This is the result. You can put the value of Euler number e from calculator, but this will be also result like this. Half e to the power 4 will be common, e to the power square minus 1. This is the result. Now third part of this, you have to find out the integration 0 to pi by 2 root over 1 plus sin x dx. Sin x dx. Now what will be the integration of this? Lower limit this 0 to a2, 1 can be written as sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2 and sin twice x, sin 2 into x by 2. Okay, dx. This is the another part, 0 to pi by 2 plus cos square x by 2 plus 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2. This is a minus b whole square, a plus b whole square formula. Sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 whole square. Okay, pi by 2, but square and root over will be cancelled. Sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 dx. Integration over 0 pi by 2 sin x integration using sum rule, cos x by 2 dx. Now what should be the integration? Sin x integration minus cos. But we have to divide with the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x what? Half. 0 to pi by 2 plus cos integration sin, dividing with the coefficient of x, 0 to pi by 2. So 1 divided by half means 2. Cos pi by 2 means what? Cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 means here will be minus 2 cos pi by 4 minus putting cos 0 plus 2 sin pi by 4 minus sin 0. So we get minus 2 cos 45 degree. What? Cos 45 degree 1 by root over 2 minus 1 plus 2 1 by root over 2 minus 0. So 2 by root over 2, 2 by root over 2 will be cancelled. So minus 2 minus 1 multiply what? Only 2. This is the result 2. This integral value will give us only 2. Very easy integration. But remember that we have to use a formula like this trigonometric formula sin square x plus cos square x cos square equals to 1. Another one is sin twice x formula 2 sin a cos b 2 sin a cos a. Okay, sin twice x formula what? 2 sin x cos x. You have to use this for two formula here. 1 equals to sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2, and sin x means what? Sin 2 into x by 2. 2 into x by 2 means what? Only x. 2 will be cancelled. But to make a formula sin twice a formula, we have made this. Okay, then sin square plus cos square x 2 sin a cos a. But this is a plus b whole square formula, square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, a plus b whole square formula. So root over and square will be cancelled. Then using sum rule, sin x integration minus cos x. But remember that you have to divide with the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x means what? Half. Okay. Similarly, cos integration sin and dividing with the coefficient of x. Now putting the upper limit and lower limit. Cos 45 degree 1 by root over 2. Sin 45 degree also 1 by root over 2. Okay, just using the two identity of trigonometry, the sin square x plus cos square x equals to 1, and sin twice x formula what? 2 sin x cos x. Using this one, we can find the integral, a definite integral of root over 1 plus sin x. Now, some rules of definite integral, you must know about this order of integration. If we change the order of integration, suppose upper limit is a, lower limit b, then if we change the order, then it will be just negative sign. Now 0 with interval, okay, a to a, integration what will be? 0. Remember it. Upper limit and lower limit are same. This is why 0 width. This is why its value will be. Now constant multiple rule, you must know. If we have used this constant multiple rule, that means if any constant we got constant into integration. So sum rule, sum and difference rule, we used in our example. And additivity, that means if there are integration over a to c, we can divide it into two parts, one a to b and b to c. Okay, if b lies between a and c. Okay, now maximum inequality, we can use this for minimum value of f and maximum value of f. We can write this integration. Now domination, that means if f of x is greater or equal to g of x in the same interval ab, then integration will be also same. Integration over the f of x will always greater or equal to integration over g of x. Similarly, if f of x is greater or equal to 0, then the definite integral of this function also non-negative. So in geometrically, we can identify the properties. Suppose this is the 0th interval, a to a, integration over a to a will be 0, and constant multiple rule Okay, geometrical interpretation. This is the sum rule. Okay, sum and difference rule. Similarly, this is the additivity of definite integral. Suppose A to C, we have to find out the whole area. Then that means A to C. So we can divide it into two parts. One from A to B, this area, and another area will be B to C, this area. Then this area plus this area equals to total area. Similarly, maximum and minimum inequality, the last properties, and will be given by this. This is the same property, and this is also geometrical interpretation of domination for any if any two functions, if f of x is greater or equal to g of x, then their area also will be greater or equal to another one. This is the geometrical interpretation of all rule. That means about 6 rules. We have 7 rules. Okay, this is the geometrical interpretation. You have to remember this. This is the properties, main properties of definite integral we have used in our examples. So today we have learned actually what? Today we have learned what is the definite integral, what is the uses and application of definite integrals. Then we have solved some practice examples by using the properties of definite integrals. So okay, this is also a simple definition of definite integral. You can write also this. If y equals to f of x is non-negative and integrable over a closed interval AB, then the area under the curve y equals to f of x over the same interval AB is the integral of f from A to B. That means A to B f of x dx can be found this area. This area may be a consumer surplus or producer surplus in economics. You have to use the definite integral for finding consumer surplus and producer surplus, and also to find the total profit, total revenue, total cost. We have to use the definite integrals. So in business, we have to use this concept. Okay, bye for today. Thanks to everybody. Okay, best wishes for you.